everybody was doing it in the league.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was, I mean, if I would have told on everybody that was doing it, I could have brought the league down. If that's the only thing that you're thinking about doing, is getting high.
Everybody was on.
It had white because it's like a fraternity, you know. It's just white through us.
These are the NBA legends who lived through one of the darkest periods in basketball history. And now many of them are finally speaking openly about what really happened during that time. This was not a small controversy quietly hidden in the background. It was a serious crisis that nearly destroyed the league from the inside. Between 1978 and 1986, reports estimated that anywhere from 40 to 75% of NBA players were using cocaine. That means nearly half, or possibly even more, of the entire league was caught up in the problem. Some players were reportedly even using stronger forms like free-base cocaine. As the situation worsened, the league's reputation and finances started to suffer. Money was leaving the league, television networks were losing confidence, and fans were turning away. At one point, the situation became so bad that the CBS network aired games of the NBA Finals on tape delay late at night, sometimes around midnight, because viewership had fallen so low. The glamour that once surrounded the league began to disappear, and its credibility was slowly slipping away. Behind the scenes, the problems were even more serious than what fans could see. Locker rooms were filled with pressure, temptation, and chaos. Now, the players who managed to survive that era are beginning to tell their stories. They described what it was like to be part of teams where drugs were common and the environment was difficult to escape. One of the most notable voices is Spencer Haywood, a Hall of Fame forward.
But at the time that I got caught, everybody was doing it in the league.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I would have told on everybody that was doing it, I could have brought the league down. But I kept my, mouth closed.
Drugs was big, not just what you was doing, but drugs was big in the league, period.
Oh, it had
Everybody was on.
It had white because it's like a fraternity, you know. It's just white through us, man.
When I got to New York, you just start hanging out, meet, like different people, and like one thing leads to like another. You know what I mean? You get out and you get to start partying. Guys that want you, try this and try this. Okay, it's good. I'm gonna try it. And that's how you get into it. You know what I mean?
I was piping, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Free base.
Hey, man, what do I want to snort for when I got free base?
Right to the money. Straight to it.
Michael Ray Richardson was another elite talent during that era. A four-time All-Star, he led the league in steals 3 different times and was known for his electric play on the court. However, the headlines surrounding that time do not tell the full story. John Drew became the first active player in the NBA to receive a lifetime ban from the league. Then, in January 1986, Richardson became the second player to face the same punishment. Just 1 month later, in February, it was clear that the league had reached a breaking point. These stories are not simply cautionary tales meant to scare young athletes. They are first-hand accounts from players who lived through a time when cocaine use had become disturbingly common inside locker rooms. Much of this period was documented in the book Showtime by Jeff Pearlman. What many fans fail to understand is that the problem went far beyond a few individuals making reckless decisions. The culture of the league itself had begun to crack. The drug had become so normalized that players were reportedly dealing with each other before games, even during warm-ups. The foundation of the league was slowly eroding while Commissioner Larry O'Brien struggled to keep the situation from completely collapsing in the public eye. Richardson later explained that the problem was not simply about weakness. According to him, the substance was often presented as something that could enhance performance for athletes, chasing fame, money, and the non-stop nightlife that came with professional basketball. Spencer Haywood also described how quickly the problem spread. Once it entered the circle, it moved fast. It was not isolated to one team or a few players. It seemed to be everywhere, and the damage extended far beyond what appeared in the box score. By January 1987, the consequences were becoming impossible to ignore. the Houston Rockets lost.
It gives you that false impression, like I can handle it, I can do this, and I can, keep doing what I'm doing on the basketball court. Right. But like after a while, just catches up with you because you like get so wrapped up in it. If that's the only thing that you're thinking about doing is getting high.
Wood, we need you, baby. We need you. And I was like, I got you, brother. I got you. And he said, like, look at this film here. You see, I dropped that pass on you like this. It's missing your hand. You like you drop it. I was like, hold it. It's not me.
It's the ball.
It's you, Magic.
It's you, oh yeah.
You see that? Look, run it back, Pat. You have fallen off so far on the rebounds. We can't make it without you getting the rebound. I said, Cap, let's look at the tape again. So Cap looked at the tape, and I said, see, your sky hook is coming off
Off the rim to wrong.
During that era, many young players suddenly found themselves living a life they had never imagined. They were in their early 20s, making more money than anyone in their families had ever seen before, and living in cities like Los Angeles or New York City, where nightlife, fame, and temptation were everywhere. Cocaine was often presented as a harmless boost, something people claimed had no real downside. At the time, it was widely used not only by athletes, but also by movie stars and musicians. Inside some locker rooms, it was even passed around casually among teammates. That was the culture many players walked into when they joined the NBA. Michael Ray Richardson later explained how easy it was to get caught up in that environment. There was no dramatic moment or dark alley where it started. Instead, the drug was simply always around. Over time, the situation became even more dangerous, with some players reportedly smoking free base cocaine, one of the most addictive forms of the drug, and still stepping onto NBA courts as if nothing was wrong. Spencer Haywood later admitted that he was using free base while playing for the Los Angeles Lakers during the 1980 NBA Finals. The thought of someone battling addiction while competing on basketball's biggest stage is shocking. As his addiction worsened, the impact on his performance became obvious. His production dropped sharply, falling to around 7 points and 5 rebounds per game. He lost nearly 20 pounds. His body weakened, and his once dominant presence on the court.
I'm hearing cars banging, people banging on my door. I'm like, hey, what the are y'all doing? Hitting my Rolls Royce like this. And I'm so freaking tired and so fucked up that I fall asleep.
Oh shit.
Here's Jamal. Get up. I'm like, well, where am I?
Oh shit.
We're in the finals.
But you in fairy tale land.
At that time, it was like a love drug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody said it was a love drug. All the movie stars, all the actors, and they was into it.
Yeah.
And then, like, what happened? Then, like, in the late 70s and the mid 80s, then they came out with the rock cocaine.
Yeah, free base.
And then, like, that took it to a whole nother level. You hear they lied.
They
The
lied.
problem is, the whole thing with like cocaine, it's not a physical addiction. Right. It's a mental addiction.
Yeah.
Because like as long as you don't do it, you don't want it. But once you start doing it, you can't.
While many players were struggling with addiction, the NBA itself was also losing credibility. Television ratings had collapsed, and the 1981 NBA Finals on CBS averaged only a 6.7 rating, one of the lowest in league history until 2003. Some playoff games were even broadcast on tape delay late at night, sometimes around 11:30 p.m., because television networks did not want to interrupt their regular programming. Financially, the situation was also grim. 16 of the league's 23 teams were losing money. On-court fights were common, public trust was fading, and the league's reputation was slipping to the point where the NBA was often treated like a joke. Commissioner Larry O'Brien was trying to maintain control, but the problems had grown far beyond what existing policies could handle. By 1983, the NBA and the National Basketball Players Association negotiated their first anti-drug agreement. While it was an important step, it was not strong enough to repair the damage that had already taken root. The culture surrounding the league and society more broadly had shifted too far. Many people overlook the fact that the real problem was not simply the players themselves. Cocaine had been widely glamorized and normalized throughout society. It was often promoted as something powerful yet harmless, a substance that could supposedly boost confidence and energy without serious consequences. Michael Ray Richardson later explained that this sense of deception was everywhere at the time. For young athletes living fast-paced lives filled with fame, pressure, and nightlife, the drug was often presented as a shortcut to greater performance and confidence. But in reality, it led to devastating consequences. Careers collapsed, reputations were damaged, and the future of the league itself nearly disappeared before it found a way to recover. One of the most surprising aspects of that period is how the media often portrayed cocaine. Instead of warning about its dangers, some outlets actually promoted it. Publications such as Newsweek ran stories describing it as a wonder drug, claiming it could sharpen thinking, boost confidence, and even improve personal life, while downplaying the risk of addiction. That message was being delivered directly into homes across America. As a result, when young NBA players entered this environment, drug use was not always framed as reckless behavior. Instead, it was often associated with a glamorous lifestyle, big cities, big money, and non-stop energy. Many of the athletes caught in this storm were young, newly wealthy Black players who had quickly risen from modest backgrounds to massive professional contracts. Overnight, they were surrounded by